Hi, welcome to my channel, Takayaki Channel. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone. If they resonate with you and give you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be yours. Alright? Alright, love. So I had this blue jay that came onto my porch, and it was being so loud and obnoxious, and I already knew why, because it wanted to eat from the bird feeder, and I usually feed the bird feeder, but I knew how to refill it, but it just like slipped my mind or whatever. And the blue jays have very distinct calls, okay? And so this blue jay is just hopping, and it's so loud. It feels like it's right next to you. Yeah, baby. I think those are brown finches. It's so cute. And I was like, it was just so, like, you could tell it just sounded angry. And like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I thought I was very amused by the whole situation. Okay, and I just knew that it was just hungry. Like it just want, like, where's the food? Like, you know, where's the food? I don't know. And I do enjoy like the call of a blue jay. They're just very. It's there. You see it? Hold on. Okay, so I also looked it up because I want to read it for you, and I mean, it was just so loud. Like, I hear you, okay? I hear you, and I see you. Like, it was so, like, look at me, like, feed me kind of energy. I don't know. It was just like, I don't know. It just felt like the bird was just like, you know how, like, when you're like, something is like being thrown. This is how it felt, okay? And this is why I'm so amused by it. It was just like, I don't know, like, just in your face, like, hello, I'm here, hello, okay? So I feel like that's another thing too. I feel like there's something that is so obvious to you, collective. Something so obvious, something so in your face, but it's good. All right, it's good. You're being told of something that it's like it could be your ancestors that are trying to get your attention for something very important, right? They're trying to, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I feel like you're being told or shown that something is like, it's like trying to get your attention in a way, but because of something good. All right. I don't know. There's just something. There's something that you have to do. There's like one small thing. It's so easy for you to do. So easy, right? With the bird feeder, the food's like right there. I just have to pour it in the thing. I feel like there's something that's just so easy for you to do. It's just one small thing that you have to do, and you get it all. I don't know. It's all yours. It's the best way I can put it. The blue jay can symbolize intuition, as it is often seen as a highly intelligent and perceptive bird. It can also symbolize spiritual aspirations, okay? Symbolize protection and resilience against negativity. Vocalization encourage speaking your truth and being heard. So there could be something that you just have to voice or say, okay? It's just one thing that you have to do. Like, everything is it's yours. Like, it's you got it all. It's yours for the taking. And in many spiritual traditions, blue jays symbolize clear communication. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you ever, a blue jay's call is very distinct. Like, you cannot, like, yeah, that's a blue jay. And they're so, like, loud, and, like, there's something, like, obnoxious about it, but also, like, authoritative. Like, it gets your attention. Like, oh, what was that? You know? It's something about that. That you might have to be in that energy, like you utilize. It could be that one thing, utilizing your voice, the way your voice is. So our voice is a gift. I don't know if anybody is, but our voice is one of the gifts that we were given by the Most High God. All right, and people don't really. Our voice was whatever. They are also seen as messengers of joy and good fortune, encouraging you to trust your instincts and follow your dreams. Additionally, blue jays are associated with loyalty, faithfulness, and the importance of working together to achieve greatness. Interesting. I've been getting a lot of partnership, 7th house energy. Someone could have a lisp as well. That's separate, though. We'll get back to that if it comes back up. But there's something about the 7th house energy. All right. Something about a good partnership. Like, you guys could be going into a good partnership that is good for you. All right. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's the one thing. For some of you, not all of you, could be just the discernment of knowing and being aware, like, this person's good to work with. Obviously, this person is not good to work with. Obviously. Okay. So for some of you, it could be like that. But there's something very distinct about using the authority that is carried by your voice. Interesting. There's something, it could be, is there something, someone needs your voice? Oh, there's something very, it could be distinct about, like, the way your voice imprint is. How, like, it, oof. So now that kind of sounds like a siren, because I was gonna say, like, the way your voice imprints in people's ears or minds, like specifically your voice, that's kind of given siren energy, right? But it's your voice specifically, collective. There's something about your voice, right? And the thing is, your voice. Now I'm seeing Ariel singing, right? Your voice is. It was a gift. It was a gift from the Most High God. It's a gift, right? Also, remember Ariel. She had a beautiful, beautiful singing voice, and the Sea Witch wanted Ariel's voice, and that included talking, singing, laughing, whatever, any sound that comes out of your mouth. It's very, very important. Okay, you need to. It could. I feel like for a lot of you, it's just that, utilizing your voice in its entirety. Okay. Because there's something very distinct about your voice. It's, I don't know, like, it imprints in people, or like, it's a very authoritative. It's just very mesmerizing. Like, people want to, they're drawn in by your voice, right? Like a siren kind of energy. All right. But then I'm also getting Ursula, the wicked sea witch, right? Ursula wanted Ariel's voice. So somebody wants your authoritative voice, or your imprinting voice. It could be your voice is not only authoritative, but it's also very mesmerizing, magnetic, and imprints in people. Somebody, it's your voice. That's what that is. Okay, somebody, oof, I need a lot of sage for this. Somebody really, really wants your voice, okay? That's someone in your background. You have like a wicked witcher, wizard, warlock that wants your voice, okay? Whoever this person is already known, where people are already looking at them as not so good. They don't have, it's either they don't have a good reputation, or they're just not, like, people don't think, I don't know, there's something, come on. The person who wants your voice, okay? The person who wants your voice, there's something about them already where people are keeping their distance or raising their eyebrows, or like that kind of energy, like you know, there's it's the person that wants your voice, okay? The person that wants your voice, people are already not seeing them in a good light, right? They'll it's either their reputation or I don't know, whatever, okay? But that's whatever. But you, back to you, there is something about your voice that's very necessary, is what I'm getting. It's necessary, right? So your voice is your voice, right? You need to use your voice because it's necessary. And then someone else needs your voice, but for themselves. They want your voice for themselves. All right? But there's something very off about it. Like, people can know, like, your voice is your voice. It's not their voice. Because you know how, like, when you see AI commercials, and immediately you can tell, yeah, that's not a human voice. That's an AI voice. It's like that. Like, you can tell it's not a real person. There's something about your voice, okay, where if someone is trying to mimic your voice or utilize your voice or whatever the case it is, people can already tell. Or it could even be like your mannerisms, your slang, your lingo, the way you speak, the way you talk, whatever it is. Somebody is trying to, it's like they want it as theirs, but everybody around them, not only because of their reputation or because they're already not seen in a good light, people already know, they can pick up on it, like, that's not yours. That's not the collective. You're just a copycat. You're not the collective. It's something, it's not, ooh. Oh my gosh. I feel like both my ears just went, okay, both of them, and it just like made me a little dizzy. It's like both my ears just went silent. Somebody needs your voice. They need your voice. There it goes again. Okay, it's like they don't want you to talk. What happened to Ariel, right? There was a time where she had lost her voice. She couldn't speak. She couldn't talk. Somebody wants, I keep, like, if they could, like, do what Ursula did, they definitely would. But who is this person and for what? I feel like I've just been yelling for like 11 minutes. Your voice! Your voice! Oh, man. So, let me see. All right. Yeah, there's this communication energy. That's the third house. Yeah, somebody, it could literally be the way you're actively communicating or advocating for yourself. Or the fact that that's the one thing you have to do is just advocate for yourself, speak speak on your behalf, speak for yourself. Somebody, it's like, so I picked this up before, like maybe like a year and a half ago. Somebody wants to speak for you. They want to be your voice. It's like they have their voice, and they also have your voice. Like they're speaking for themselves, and then they're gonna want to speak for you. And I don't know. It's like they have a microphone, and when they're talking through that microphone, it's your voice, but people are just like, that's not really the collective. We have Mercury, all right, and this is in red. Let me show you. This is in red. Bottom is blue, so it's in red. There's something that's actively being done right now with voices. All right, I'm hearing chatter, a lot of chatter going on as well. So the thing is about Blue Jays, it's something very, very, you'll tend to hear them like early in the mornings, okay? It's not really, I don't really hear them throughout the days. I really hear them like early morning, like that first drop of dew in the morning, that sunlight is peeking through the horizon, or very early in the morning, is from my area. I hear them, okay? And that they're always so distinct. Like ever since I was growing up, I may not have known it was a blue jay, but I always know, like, I recognize the sound since I was a young little girl, okay? There's something very, very distinct about your voice. I cannot, what is it? It's gonna bother me because I want to, like, okay. So we have communicate, analyze, let your mind tell you how to. So, for a lot of you, it's like your conscious and your subconscious, they're communicating with each other, right? They're now able to like go back and forth and are aware of it, okay? There's also a lot of people that are around you that are talking back and forth, trying to analyze the situation, trying to get to the bottom of something, trying to figure out what is going on, right? And because nobody knows, that's why they're talking about it. That's why they're communicating to each other about it. And the problem with that is, a lot of it is like conjecture. It's not anything solid. It's just a lot of hypotheticals. Okay? It's not, nobody knows what they don't know. Okay? And I feel like that's where you're supposed to come in. So you've got a lot of people that are trying to speak for you, or hypothesize, or hypothesize, or this and that and this and that, but nobody knows. Okay? But there's somebody that wants to speak for you as if they know. Then that's why it's important for you to utilize your voice and advocate for yourself. It's kind of like, put it like this, like you got called into court for whatever reason, and you're being summoned to speak, right? And there's someone that's like, no, they don't have to show up because I can speak for them in a court of law, in a legal proceeding, whatever. Somebody wants to speak for you in that way, but it's like, why? That's not necessary when the collective is perfectly fine speaking for themselves, right? But the whole point is for you to, they wanted to take your voice. No, they can't talk anyways. I'll speak for them. It's okay. They can't speak for whatever reason. Either they're sick, they have the disability, whatever. They can't speak, right? I'm their voice. But that's not, I just seen 1616. That's not the thing at all. That's not a thing. They're not your voice. Your voice is your voice. I keep getting that, the word advocate. Somebody, you have to advocate for yourself. You can do that. But somebody doesn't want you to do that. And I feel like the reason why it is because somebody who's wants to be your voice, they're going to like omit certain details, leave certain things out. Okay? They're gonna like switch some story up. If they can speak for you, they would speak in what would be better for them, their reputation, their limelight, their cover, their image, versus when you speak, you're gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Alright? And they don't want that. And I feel like for a lot of it is because when you advocate for yourself, you're going to be revealing things that it's just going to reveal to the entire, I don't know, we're just going to be using this for, because we're already here, the entire like jury or court or judge, whatever, that you have no idea what the heck is going on. You have no idea, right? So I feel like somebody wants to be your voice because they need you to admit or say this or say that, or blah. But the reality is you have no idea what's going on. They're going to ask you questions. What is that? Who is that? When was that? What's going on? What is this? Why am I here? Do you know why you're being summoned here today? No. For a parking ticket? Did I park somewhere wrong? Did I red light? And meanwhile, it's something, it's a huge thing. And you have no idea what's going on. You think you're like, why are these people here if I'm being summoned here for, skipping, parking overtime at, it says park between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and I stayed at 7 p.m. and I got a ticket. Why is all these people here for that? It's really not that. It's something way bigger and you have no idea what's going on. That's why somebody wants to be your advocate. They want to be your voice because they want to be able to basically make it seem like you know exactly what's going on. Right? If someone is using your voice, right, on your behalf, they could say whatever. They could say whatever. Communicate, analyze, let your mind tell you how to. Right? It's like somebody wants to speak for you, and there's a lot of weird things going on right now with people talking. I'm hearing somebody like touch your arm lightly and say, "Trust me. Let me speak for this. Let me speak for you. All right. I'll don't worry. I'll speak for you. Right? For some of you, this could be like a corrupt lawyer that's trying to speak on your behalf. Okay. And this lawyer, you're like, wait a minute. I thought you were on my team. Why are you saying that? It's like that. I feel like there's like a corrupt lawyer that wants you to agree for them to be your lawyer so that way they can legally speak on your behalf. But then they're going to say a bunch of stuff like, when was this? What the heck? I thought I was here for a parking ticket. What is that? What is going on? Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, it's much better in this situation for you to be your own advocate. Okay, utilize your own voice. You can speak for yourself. All right. Oh my gosh, yeah. There's Gemini energy here as well, okay? You got a very two-faced individual in your energy. Very, very two-faced individual in your energy, okay? I feel like they're gonna like tell you something and then they're gonna tell the opposite to the next person, right? Like it's like I just said, like they want to be like, oh, I won't abuse your voice. I'll make sure that your voice is heard. But it's like your voice is being used to like cover up and manipulate and lie and scheme and con and you're like, when was this? We have in Cancer, someone's really, really in their emotions right now, okay? Somebody is, I keep getting the word conjecture. There's a lot of conjecture and like hypothesis going on about your 4th house energy, about your home. Your feelings, attitudes from the past about you, your intuition, and for some of you, there could be a karmic Cancer in your energy or a karmic Gemini or a karmic Cancer that really, really, really wants to communicate with you. This could be somebody from your past. I feel like this is somebody who wanted to use your voice or they wanted to be your advocate. What is this? Somebody is also going to try to, like, when they communicate with you, they're going to try and pull on your heartstrings. If this is a karmic Cancer or a karmic Gemini, whoever, it doesn't even have to be those two signs, right? You could be a Gemini or a Cancer, but there's somebody here that really wants to, like, they want to talk to you. They want to ask you something about a past or your past or the past you share with them. I feel like somebody's really, really trying to, like, talk about your past. Now, if this is someone that's talking to you, if this is someone from the past that's talking to you, right? They want to change your feelings and emotions about them. All right? I feel like that, and also this person from the past, they feel some way about your 4th house energy. Okay, this is also somebody that was trying to speak on your behalf, or like who told you to do this? This person, I don't know, they gave themselves the authority to speak on your behalf, and now that's blowing up in your face. So that's why they're coming back from the past to speak to you. This is all of this is the same person. So not only were they took it upon themselves to speak on your behalf for you. All right, saying this and that and that. You have no idea what's going on. Okay. This person also they feel some type of way about your 4th house energy, your stability, your home, your family, your environment, your job, your career, whatever, right? If you're a mother, they feel some type of way that you're a good mother. If you're a father, they feel some type of way about you being a good father, whatever. It's something about a dynamic, a functioning dynamic that they don't like. 23 that's working very well. Okay. At the same time, this person wants you to change your mind about the way you feel about them. This is why your intuition is very important, because they're trying to do emotional manipulation magic, but you know that with analyze and use your intuition, you know this. You already see this. There's a lot of this person. This could have been a copycat. This person could have been trying to mirror you, because look at this Mercury energy, right? And the 2 crabs here, right? This is somebody that's trying to like copy you, or like I said in the beginning, they were trying to like imitate you or use your lingo, your slang, your mannerisms, your this, your that, and everybody, it's like that's not the collective, because whoever this person is, they already have something about them that it's like, no offense, but Ursula is like an ugly, disgusting sea witch, but she has the voice of a young, sweet maiden. The description is not matching. There's something about the description is not matching. Okay, it's just not matching. Something is just, it's not adding up. All right, it's this person, they're trying to use something with your voice, and it's just like this could also be somebody that you said something, and everybody's like, that doesn't sound like the collective. Are you sure? Yes, they said this and at this time and at this place and at this time and blah blah blah, and they said this and they said that, right? And everybody's like, are you sure? Are you sure they said this? I don't know. Okay, it's like that. Like, this could be a karmic cancer. Whether this is a feminine cancer or a masculine cancer. We have Spirit Link. Ooh, I love how this is going out right now. I love this. Stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. So if somebody is over here saying that you said this, you said that, you said this, you said that, right? Are you sure? Are you sure the collective said that? How is that? But when we're looking at the collective, right, and not only are they speaking for themselves, not only are they advocating for themselves, but their fourth house energy is pretty good. It's functioning, dynamic. They have a home, they have a family, they have a house, they have a career, they have kids, they have a family, they have this, they have that, they have community, they have love, they're nurturing, they're a father, they're a mother, they're this, and on top of that, they're like tapped in, right? Stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. It's something is not adding up. Hold on one second. So people are now like they're looking a lot more closely to the things that this person has said and could possibly still be saying, and then they're looking at you and they're just like, but this just it's not, something is not adding up. The description is not matching. Yeah, I'll get one more. I'm getting like judicial system, duality dance. This person could have been saying that you were off your rocker, not balanced out, didn't know what was going on, you're not aware, you're this, you're that, you're too this, you're not enough that. It's but seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. I feel like amidst an entirety, I don't know, there's just a bunch of stuff going on around you and you have no idea that it's happening. And so when you're just, what? When? Who said that? What's going on? Like, I feel like somebody was doing a lot of things that they shouldn't have been doing. And now they could be facing legal repercussions. I feel like the entire time this was happening, you were finding balance within yourself. There's a lot of, look, there's like, this looks like the sun setting and then there's like the moon up here. Oh, the moon is up there. The moon is up there. And then it looks like the sun right here. And then there's two faces here. There's two crabs here. This is about duality, balance. I feel like somebody was really trying to like be you. Be your voice for you. It's weird because, but they also wanted to be themselves, but they want to be you at the same exact time. Which is, somebody could have like a split identity or like an identity crisis. They wanted so badly to be you, they even took it upon themselves to speak like you, talk like you. Well, since we're the same, I'm getting a lot of that energy. Since we're the same, I might as well speak for you. I might as well, since we look alike, we might as well dress the same, right? It's like a lot of that weird delusional energy. Yeah, you have like a undercover copycat, but it's obvious that they're not you and you are not them. It's so obvious. Now it's just because it shows with the spirit link and duality dance energy. Stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. That's you. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. How is it that the collective is not the collective if throughout all of this the collective is still the one standing, and the person that said they were the collective and this and that and this and that, you're burning from a tower and you're trying to, you're on the outside of the tower hanging on it with your arm and your clothes are on fire, the tower's on fire, and then there's water below you, but then there's alligators and sharks in the fire, and it's just a mess. You look like a mess. So how is that? But then they want to be the ones to speak for you. How does that make sense? Seek clarity, embrace openness and insight, allowing life's truth to reveal themselves. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you, steady progress. You're speaking for yourself. You are your own advocate. And I feel like somebody wanted to like be your advocate because they were afraid of what you would not be saying. They want it to be your advocate so that way they can say things on your behalf. Things that where you would not be saying because it has nothing to do with you. You're over here minding your own business, living your life, but then they want to put words in your mouth, and that's I think that's really what it is. You not saying anything is a threat to them wanting you to say things, so they're going to take it upon themselves to speak for your behalf. But when that's not necessary, why 333? Why the judge is thinking? Why would you need to speak for them when they're outside and I could just, hey, come inside and speak for yourself? Why would you need to speak for them when they're literally right here? I'm looking at them. They can speak for themselves perfectly fine. You don't need to talk to them. You don't need to talk for them. I can talk to them directly myself. Why would I need you to be the third party, the runaround? That's not necessary. And I feel like it's a lot of it because they wanted to be your voice, but then say things, right? Because you're advocating yourself for yourself, but you're not saying what they would be saying for you if they were your voice, right? And I feel like it's a lot of negative things. That's why, and that's weird. That's weird. I feel like whoever this person is, they could have already been doing these things, but it's just like, that doesn't sound like the collective, right? It's like Ursula is singing all of Ariel's songs, and her dad is like, that looks like Ursula, but that's not my daughter, right? Or, Ariel, where's your voice, right? What's going on with your voice, right? It sounds like my daughter, but it doesn't look like my daughter, right? It looks like my daughter, but it doesn't sound like my daughter. It's like it's giving mimic energy. This is like a mimic. Yeah, what's the other word? A changeling. Yeah, I feel like that's what that is. Like a mimic or a changeling. Like, it's like somebody wants to be human so bad, but they're not. It's like given Hidden Valley energy, too. It's like, there's something it's something off, something creepy. Like, you're definitely not the collective. You're not real. We have the moon upright. I'm seeing a lot of moon energy, water energy, with the Two of Pentacles reverse. Somebody is trying to keep a secret of that they're really, really overwhelmed with life. We have the Pisces energy. Okay. So this could be your mimic. This could be a copy. They could be either a Pisces or a Cancer. Or you are a Pisces or a Cancer. I'm also getting Capricorn energy and Gemini energy, okay? There's basically... somebody was trying to mirror you. I keep seeing a lot of threes. But you're the one that's supported. You're the one that's protected. You're the one that has what you have, okay? They were trying to be you. Bless you! Alright, this is someone who's very obsessed with this. Trying to be you, trying to copy you, trying to be your voice, trying to have your voice. But I feel like this obsession for them, it left them unbalanced and overwhelmed with their lives. Okay? I feel like they're afraid. What are they afraid of? They're afraid of something. They're afraid that this illusion of theirs is breaking, it's cracking, and they're right, it is, absolutely, absolutely. Okay? If you're wondering, if you're the karmic and you're watching and you're wondering, did your illusion break? Yes, it did. Absolutely. Someone can't keep something up anymore. They can't keep up an illusion. It's too much for them. It's too much. The bear to bear this secret, this illusion, it's too much for them. It's like they cannot. Yesterday's reading, I said heavy is the crown because it's a burden. All right, and you're perfectly fine maintaining this. Somebody tried to wear your crown and like their neck broke. I said this exact thing before. Somebody was trying to wear your crown and like their neck was breaking because it's too heavy for them. They're not royal. They don't have that nobility. They don't have that aura, that strength. right? That essence, that maturity, that accountability, that reliability, right? They can't wear the crown. It's too much for them. And I feel like they were trying to wear something or do something or speak on something they had no business speaking on, doing, wearing. And it's too much for them. Like an illusion. Right? It could be like somebody trying to be like, the best example I can give you is someone pretending that they have a happy, healthy home. They're a housewife, they're a house mom, they're this or that. But they cannot. It's too much for them. They can't maintain the home. The home. Right? It's just, I don't know. It's just too much. I'm getting a lot of fourth house energy. I was also getting yesterday someone who prefers to be the mistress because it's easier that way. Because that way they don't have to maintain the home, the responsibilities, the groceries, the laundry, the bills, the budgeting, the children. It's too much for them. Like, to have a home and build it from the ground up, that's a lot of work. To build something from the ground up and to maintain it, that's a lot. But this is giving me someone who would just rather come in and out as they please, as like the mistress, right? Whether this was the karmic feminine or karmic masculine, because that way they don't have to maintain the responsibility of having to actually have this fourth house energy. Right? You have to maintain that fourth house. You have to clean your home. You have to do the laundry. You have to do the dishes, the trash, the bills, the budgeting, the lighting. Right? If you have children, you have to change their diapers or do the homework and the schooling and the clubs and the packing the lunches and the getting dressed and the bath and the bathing, and it's too much for this person. They can't do it. They can't do it. And it shows this illusion of them, that they can maintain something like you or better than you, or that they are and you're not. It broke. It shows. It shows. You can't say you're a housewife and you're sleeping on a couch, on someone else's couch. You can't call yourself a provider if you have a new job every week, okay? And you can barely provide for yourself. Whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, somebody was really trying to make it seem like they can speak on your behalf because they either are you or they're better than you or this and that. It's just not. It shows who the fake is. It shows. They cannot keep this illusion up. It's just too much for them. Right? If this is like your karmic baby father, like they were all there, it's like they were trying to make it seem like they were the father of the year, but they can, after like a week, they can barely keep up with the phone calls and the groceries and the cooking and the even seeing the children all day. Like, they can't keep up with that. It's just too much, right? They can't. They want to be father of the year and post their kids on Facebook, but they can barely. They don't even know who their kid's teacher is. It's too much for them, right? This is somebody who wants to have the house and the cars, but they don't want to. They don't want to be the wife. It's too much. It's too much. I keep getting. This is so annoying. They're not happy. Okay. Two of Wands reversed. This. I feel like whoever this person is, they're too lazy to maintain something. And that's one of the reasons why it shows. Because here you are, you're living your dreams and you're balanced out, you're good. Right? And when people speak to you, right? This is very evident, it's obvious. Right? And I feel like this is something that this person was trying to do. They didn't want people to speak to you. If you want to talk to the collective, you can talk to me, or if you have anything to say, you can speak to me about it. Why? When we can talk to the collective, they're perfectly fine speaking on their own. Like, I feel like a lot of it has to do because if people talked to you, they would know that you're the one with the dreams, you're balanced out, you're very aware, you're very present, you're intelligent. People whoever this copycat is, they didn't want people to know. They didn't want people to talk to you because it would show how aware you are, how intelligent you are. You have no problem communicating in general. Okay, you're very balanced out. And not only that, but you have no idea What are you talking about? What party? What event? What this? What that? What's going on? What's this? What's this? What's that? What are you talking about? Because this person, they really wanted to make it seem like you knew things that you had nothing to do with, or you had no idea. And it's because if this person kept you away from the people that they were manipulating, nobody would know that it was actually them with the hands, with the rocks, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. There's something very unbalanced about this person. They're like two short fries of a Happy Meal. Could be a karmic Aries, karmic Capricorn, karmic Pisces, or there's something about like they believe that they are who they are, and like they think it's cute, but it's not. Like people are looking at them like, yeah, that's not normal. That's not. There's something off about this person, right? Like who they are, it's just not sitting well with people's spirits, right? We have the Five of Cups reverse. That I feel like that's also, this person could have been saying you're so depressed, you're so unhappy, you're so hopeless, you're unhealed, you're the High Priestess. You know exactly who. Jeez, you know exactly who is. These people are, this person is, you know exactly what's going on, who's who, what's what. You know, okay? That I feel like they were saying a lot about your emotional state. So if this person was saying, yeah, they're so depressed, they're so unhappy, they're so miserable, they're so this, they're so that, they're never happy, blah, 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 blah. But now people are talking to you, wow, you're like a bright ball of sunshine. You're so intelligent, you're so smart. You got your plans, you've got your path, you got your goals, you're homeless great, you're emotionally this, and blah, 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 like, and now it's really, 424, it's really messing with this person. We have the Ten of Cups, this is your energy. So someone is really, they couldn't keep up the illusion that you were miserable, unhappy, unsatisfied, dumb, deaf, blind, didn't know where you were going, didn't know what you were doing, didn't know what was going on. You with your life, you have no aspirations, no dreams. You just out here. This person said some really effed up things about you. And not only that, but I think the worst part about this is that they were deliberately trying to keep a divide so that these people, they couldn't confirm for themselves by keeping you away or by keeping them away. Nobody could see over the fence. Nobody could see for themselves who you really are, who you really, like, what you're really about. And I feel like that's breaking. People are like seeing for themselves. Well, I'm going to go talk to the collective myself. I'm going to go speak to them myself. I'm going to go see for myself. Right? And it's really breaking the illusion that this person was holding on to. Because they wanted to be the HBIC up in here. They wanted to, but you're the High Priestess. Alright? You're actually the High Priestess Empress. That's who you are. And it shows. It shows. Now this person, how are you going to call yourself a housewife and you've been on the same couch on someone else's house for the past year? Or how are you going to call yourself like a professional driver, but you walk to work? You don't even drive at your job. Right? It's like, how are you going to call yourself like a father of the year, but you don't even know your kids what school they go to? At least know that, right? You don't even know what grade they're in. It's something like that. It shows. They're not who they say they are. And I feel like they were afraid that people were going to see them as who they are. And they would see you as you. But they wanted to be you because who they are, they don't even like who they are. This is a shit person, a low quality person, an NPC, a fake, a phony, a mimic, a copy, alright, a wannabe, a pretender, death reverse, and they're not going to change. This is who they are. This is who they are. They have no business wanting what you have. We have the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that you're dealing with. A karmic Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, feminine. Or it's just the fact that they're just a big fat manipulator. They're a liar. They stretch the truth. They are very bitter, okay? Very competitive. Very manipulative. Very insecure. They lie. There's something about truths. Hiding truths. There's no nurturing in this person. They don't know how to be a good nurturer. If this is a karmic mother, they're not a good mom. Like, they'd rather be their children's friend than, because it's easier that way. Being a mom is too much. They can't be a mom. They don't know how to be a mom. Probably because they've never had a mom, but that's not, they can't blame that on their mom anymore, right? I also feel like this person, there's going to be a big, you have a Queen of Swords in reverse that wants to communicate with you, but like in a really big, explosive kind of way, right? But I feel like they don't like the fact that they get easily dismissed. So it's kind of like they wanted to be you in your shoes and pretend to be you, and they did a bunch of this because they were tired of being looked over, or they didn't want to be looked over anymore. Yeah, the Magician in reverse, this is somebody who they did everything in their power just because they were feeling insecure about who they are, a crap shit person, low quality vibrational person, versus you, the High Priestess. You have a throne. Even the High Priestess has a throne. Alright? This woman she's falling out of a throne that she put herself in. I keep getting that. This person gave themselves some sort of authority, some sort of image, some sort of reputation. They gave it to themselves, and it's like, who said you can have this? Who gave that to you? I'm going to give myself the collective's life. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. That's why this person is having such a hard time fitting inside of that throne. It's either too big or too small, or it's upside down, and they have to figure out a way to sit in it, but they keep falling because it's upside down. It's just not for them. This position, this throne, it's not for them. And it's hard for them to maintain it, to keep it, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. They'd rather be the mistress of the concubine. They'd rather be the concubine, right? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. What was I saying? Okay, so I'm just gonna get it like one or two more cards and I'll close the reading. The Empress in reverse. Yes, I told you this is this is like a very neglectful mother figure. Could be a Libra with this Venus energy. With Venus. Alright. Jeez. So, I feel like with air signs, air signs are really good. They make great parents because of how well they are at communicating with their children. But from my personal observation of all the air signs, again, I do think air signs make good parents. Ooh, excuse me. I do. I really do. Okay. But I don't think they're the best at being pouring into emotionally. I just don't. That's all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the reason why I say that is because it's just not really in their nature. It's just not. Okay? Just like it's in their nature to be more free, more, you know, they're more in the mind. I feel like earth signs are more grounded, you know, they're more earth, obviously, and air, it's just in their nature. I don't know, I just feel like, with the Empress in reverse, hold on. What was I saying? Yeah, I just don't, it's just not really, not that they can't display, you know, emotions and nurturing about all that, like they can, obviously, right? It's just not really in their forte, right? It's kind of like every sign has, you know, every element has this thing, like, unless they genuinely really have to, it's not really seen as, like, necessary. It's just in their nature. It's just how it is, right? So this could be a karmic Libra. Now, if you're a positive Libra and you know how to be in touch with your emotions and you know how to pour in and all that stuff and be your children's mother and friend, then this doesn't apply to you, all right? But from my personal observation, I've seen both. I've seen great Libras that are mom Libras that are amazing moms, and they're really emotionally in tune with their children, emotionally aware with their children, okay? And then I've seen Libra moms who are devoid of, like, that emotional connection. Like, they would just rather be hee hee ha ha, let's be friends, instead of, you know, mother-daughter first and then I'm your friend, you know. But this could be any sign, really. Okay, this could be any element, really. This could be any person, really. Alright? But I'm just saying that because the Empress is more Venus, which is, like, Libra energy, okay? This could also be someone, if it's not even a Libra, this could just be somebody who, they're like, this is like a mom comparing themselves to another mom, like, they feel like they're not, I don't know, that they're not that attractive, they don't have many options in love, they're just not, like, they could be feeling, like, stuck, like, nobody wants them because they have children. And then they see you, right? And you're on, like, just an example, you're on, like, your third marriage, right? And you've got kids from each one, and they love that, and they're okay with that. But it's stupid stuff, okay? What happened, my love? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. What was I saying? Yeah, another thing too, that Ursula, she gave a lot of backhanded compliments to Ariel about her beauty, her youth, her physique, her voice, alright? So this could be somebody that was giving you a lot of backhanded compliments, or, like, they give people backhanded compliments, right? It's just, I don't know, there's something really, like, did you really have to say that? Is that really necessary to say? I'm getting a lot of, like, backhanded compliments kind of energy. This could be like a mother or an aunt that, like, they'll compliment you and smile. Like Regina George, she told that girl, she was like, oh my god, I love your skirt. And the girl was like, thanks, it's vintage, it was my mom from the 80s. And then Regina George was like, wow, vintage, I love it. And then the girl leaves, and then Regina George turns back to, I think it's Lindsay Lohan, and she goes, that is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen in my entire life. It's that. It's just, or, like, they'll compliment you, but it's, like, disguised as, like, I don't know, like, trying to make you doubt yourself or your accomplishment or whatever. Like, wow, I love how that looks on you, but are you sure you want to wear that with this weather? Or are you sure you want to, like, it's like that. It's like, they'll compliment you, but then they'll make you question whether or not to do it, or whether or not to wear it, or whether or not to believe it, or whether or not to say it, or whether or not, whatever. This is a very, very toxic individual, and they have no intentions of changing themselves. And that's not your problem. And I feel like because they're not changing themselves, they thought there's a particular illusion that they were trying to maintain and keep up. But the problem is, I cannot talk. The problem is that they're trying to maintain an illusion, but you're changing. They're not changing. You've changed. You've already like expanded and grown and this and that and this and that, right? So how is that the illusion that they're trying to make on you stick if you are actually truly fulfilled? You're good. More Pisces energy. I don't know. They really were like, in their hearts of hearts, they really wanted everybody to believe something about you, right? And that it was true because they were your voice. Like, they knew exactly, to the T, what they were talking about. And everybody would be like, yes, absolutely. Don't even bother going to the collective and asking them directly. Talk to their spokesperson. That doesn't make any sense, right? Because your spokesperson is saying you're depressed and you're sad, your home is falling apart, you're this, you're that, you're unhappy, you're in the same place, the same position, the same, right? And people are just like, oh yeah, that's true. Oh my god, poor collective. Oh my god, poor person. And then, but all it took is like one person. They meet you in public, or they see you, and they run into you, and they're talking to you, and what? That was done deliberately. There was a divide deliberately done. The Queen of Pentacles upright to maintain some sort of resources, to maintain some sort of image, security. All right. This could be a karmic Libra, or Pisces, Gemini, Taurus. Gemini, Taurus. Someone was communicating in a very negative way about you to maintain things, to have things, right? Or to keep the illusion that they have things. Like, they call themselves like a housewife and blah 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 blah, right? But nobody really knows that they're sleeping on a couch, or the room that they're in is actually rented. It's not even their house, but that's part of the illusion, and that's breaking, right? I don't know. So this could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Pisces, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio. I don't know. It's someone's mask is there's nothing else that can be hidden anymore. It's all out. I also feel like they were abusing the moon cycles, or if they were doing moon magic, right, full moon magic, and the cycles and the waning and the waxings. I feel like they were abusing the moon, and that really pissed off the moon. Because how are you going to use my energy to bring the downfall of someone who has been ordained for success? The bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands reverse. This person, they're blocked. There's nothing they can do. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles energy, they're very, very, it's giving very, it's fake kindness. It's fake charming. It's fake nice. This is the kind of kindness where it's like, they'll record it for social media, but behind the scenes, like, all right, let me get my dollar back because I need that too. Page of Swords reverse, or Page of Swords upright. Oh my gosh! So this person's watching you. By the way, they're watching you. All right. This is the person that wants to have like a big confrontation, like, but to make like a big scene, very dramatic, very a lot of production going on. Okay, be careful of this person. Because they're only doing this to maintain some sort of illusion that they are the Queen of Pentacles upright, but nothing's changing for them. They don't want to change. They feel like, I don't know, they were for sure in doing something. But you already know who this person is. Okay. Bye.